You don't mind the sage, do you?
That's cool.
You know, the energy's been trying to come up here and just baffle you.
I hate the sage. They do.
All right. All right, so here we are, first episode of Hidden Gem. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and tapping in. I'm simply Trey for really though, the frequency, and we about to dive in and ride some waves into our higher selves. Now, see, we're gonna do this by raising and elevating our frequency. What is the frequency? It's our vibration. Our vibrations are transmitted by the energy emulated from our aura field, and our aura field is the essence of our physical bodies that is present due to our emotional state of ourself. So we need to understand like what that means, like how our emotions really affect and drive us and keep us in a higher low vibration. And that's important. Our vibration, our frequency is important because when we want to talk about moving, that's how we gotta move. We gotta move with our frequency. So what we need to know about gemstones is they emit off that same type of energy, that same type of frequency. As a matter of fact, all matter does. This is why you guys matter. This is why I'm doing this. This is Hidden Gems, and we're going to jump right into it. And I'm going to have a guest today on this one. And this is like, let me start that up. So here on Hidden Gems, we're going to unveil some of those hidden things by discussing them and evaluating how they affected the course of humanity on this planet. I'm going to do this by having some guests come on here and talk about their experiences and what they went through during their enlightenment. But what I want you to do right now is if you seem slightly interested and you're still watching, go ahead and smash that like button. And then after that, go tell a friend. Share the content to your friends and to your followers. And also, you can go ahead and subscribe and click the notification button so you can be connected with the new content. After you do that, that's all right. And like I said, here on Hidden Gems, we're going to always bring in gemstones that have been hidden to the public eye or to the eyes of the enlightened community or the conscious community, whatever you want to call it. But my first guest is an honor to have on here. He is a very intelligent, enlightened, world-traveled, dear friend, someone I'm proud to call my brother because he really is my brother. So our guest, he's done a lot of things. He served in the Peace Corps, helping them to develop leadership programs in South America. He has climbed the Great Wall of China. He has dwelled in the streets of Haiti and Dominican Republic. He speaks 5 languages, and he's been to colleges all over America. But if you can, please help me to introduce my brother, Curtis Kennedy.
Peace to all the guys, all the high vibrational beings, all the ones that elevate the frequency of man.
Okay.
Appreciate you having me on.
All right.
Let's get it.
All right. So, now that that's over with, don't forget to keep them likes going up. You know what I'm saying?
Elevate the
Share with
frequency.
your friends and your
Elevate
followers.
the frequency of the
You know what I'm
planet.
saying? And go ahead and subscribe and get notified.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump right into it, man. So this enlightenment thing and people just pretty much being aware of things is just running rampant these days. I mean,
Yeah, just you're gonna notice a lot of people are gonna start questioning things. It's an enlightened period. Kundalini energy is rising. So like it's pivotal to know, you know what I'm saying, start questioning things, every aspects of your life. You know what I'm saying? Know who your oppressors are.
you say know who the oppressors
know
are.
know who your oppressors are.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
gotta know them ops.
Yeah, I mean, it's just vital to, you know what I'm saying, question your existence. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you here? I mean, you think your ass is just here to, you know what I'm saying, be born, work, pay bills, collect Social Security, and die.
A lot
You know
of
what I'm
people.
saying? I mean,
Yeah.
as the show's called Hidden Gems, I mean, they've hid all kind of esoteric knowledge and things of that nature from us. So, like I'm saying, it starts with just questioning your existence, and you know what I'm saying. It's vital. Like,
Right. So you said esoteric knowledge, and that's very interesting. You said that because a lot of people know they hear esoteric, and they automatically think like occult. And when they hear occult, they automatically think cult, and then they just got a misconception of the words, right?
yeah,
Because esoteric, if I'm not mistaken, it just means hidden information or hidden knowledge.
yes, it is.
So what I asked myself when I heard this word and I looked it up was hidden from who? You got to hide it from somebody. So of course that information is hidden from those privy not in giving the information, and that information is, what would you say, distributed throughout whoever is privy to it.
In terms
much.
of esoteric knowledge,
Yeah.
quantum physics is definitely that's information about, you know what I'm saying, that's information about our existence, the multiverse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, knowledge that they got hid in the Vatican. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is coming to light though these days. Though.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's within you.
So,
It's your Akashic records. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta. I mean, everything they do is to hinder you from this knowledge, and it's in you. It's
you know, some people that's tuning in watching this, and they might not be enlightened yet, or they might not even understand what that all that means as far as the Akashic records and whatnot, and things that they I should already know embedded inside their DNA. You know, so. But it's a long road, you know. If you continue to watch Hidden Gems, I'm going to come and give you the information and the direction. That if you want it, it's going to be here to receive it. We're going to get you from your root chakra, all the way up to your crown. We're going to tell you how to do that. We're going to get you into shadow work. Shadow work is one of the most important things in enlightenment, because until you do your shadow work, that's really how you first dive into seeing who you are. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to have things. I'm gonna have an episode on shadow work. We're gonna have some things that you can go down on the bottom of the link, and I'll be able to get you some where you can download some shadow work like study guides, and then it'll be outlined for you and the things that you should be doing and working on. And we'll have an episode about it. That'll be later. We're also gonna have another episode later on down the line about the words and the language and how the language affects us deeply. We're casting spells on each other every single day if you're not aware of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And even if you are aware, you still have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? On what you're doing, what you're saying, what you're thinking, because all that emits energy, which is reflecting your frequency. So, Curtis, let's see. So you traveled the world. You've been a lot of places. You know, I've known that being your brother, and I've seen you do it. So could you kind of shed a little light on the enlightenment and the consciousness, like with other cultures and nationalities around the world? Is it going? Do you think they're affected like we are here in the United States?
Like in other regions of the world, I think we, like here in the United States, the corporation, as I like to call it.
Right.
I mean, it's basically a corporation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you got a president, vice president, treasurer. It's like a company.
Just like a business.
So, I mean, they're like being the corporation, they put more emphasis on, like, in terms of like the brain, the social engineering, the brainwashing.
Right.
I think, like, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion, like, yeah, and like if it's, in terms of the United States, we're the worst in terms of just being dumbed down, like of just in
Yeah, I
terms
would
of
say so.
in terms
I would
of
say
because
that.
because the versus it's a tactic they employ.
So even though over there in other countries it
Yeah.
looks like they're down and don't got nothing, but they're definitely more consciously aware of what's going on.
Other regions like where what I'm saying Nike guys are more red, what I'm saying, like Africa,
Who's
Caribbeans.
that? Who'd you say is more aware?
Like no, I said like in regions where the gods are more prevalent, like in Africa, Haiti, they use more of like they impoverish those countries, and what I'm saying. They use different tactics to hinder those, like there's different tactics, what I'm saying, with their they employ food shortages and what I'm saying, just keep them in a low state, in a impoverished state. But with the corporation, like they use more of if you're talking about more of the social engineering, and that's more employed to opposed to other regions across the world.
So go ahead.
Yeah, so what I'm saying. So go ahead.
Yeah, so that was good insight on that, and that's what. And you saying that really is going to bring me right to my next point, social engineering and stuff like that. So when we're born here in the corporation called America, and we're pretty much immediately put into what they call like indoctrination. Sorry about that. So that when I studied that word, to be indoctrinated into something is to pretty much be blindly put into a systematic way of doing things, right?
Yeah.
So that's your even your household situation with your parents, however they were engineered, socially engineered, that's going to automatically trickle down to the children. Then they go to school. So that's an indoctrination because it's a systematic way and the scheduling and the way that they do things, and it's embedded into them throughout their school year. And then we have church, religion factors. So these are all indoctrinations, indoctrinating the person to be a certain way. That would lead right into social engineering, right?
Yeah.
And then also we're dealing with all the things that we have to do to be in this corporation, as far as pay taxes and have driver's license, have all these things that everyone has to have. So what are your ideas, or what are your thoughts on America and being indoctrinated into a way of thinking?
Like in the corporation, like because like understand like the word educate comes from the Greek word adjudicate. So like education, entertainment, they're used for tools to enslave. So social like our school, saying the curriculum in our schools, they come from Israel. So what I'm saying. So it's so you're definitely in these schools, the public school systems, you're basically, you're not taught to think. Obviously, you're taught, you're just getting repetition. You know what I'm saying? They're preparing you for the corporation. They're preparing you for that 9 to 5 grind.
Right. So you're not really learning.
You're not learning a damn thing.
Just memorizing.
Yeah, like what I'm saying. You're not learning. Yeah, it's just what I'm saying, straight repetition. And you're and for the guys, like we're taught bullshit history, his story.
Yeah.
It ain't our story.
It ain't our story.
Yeah. So like what I'm saying, teaching us that the boxers saying that we all come from Africa. You know what I'm saying? Teaching our history is foul. So like as soon as we hit the what I'm saying, as soon as they send us in that school system, we're just learning bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Keeping us thinking that we all thought that we came from Africa, baskets on our head. That what I'm saying, that every prolific thing creation, and what I'm saying, came from Caucasians. Like you say, we ain't done shit, but the peanuts and hair products. So what I'm saying, they like we were savages, and what I'm saying, and all the they brought us out of savagery and civilized us. So like you're taught that bullshit. So what I'm saying. So yourself, what I'm saying. So what is that going to do to yourself in terms of what I'm saying, what you think of yourself or your people?
Right.
When you're just taught a plethora of lies. Right. So
and then you get older and you're like, now what do I do with all that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So so all of it is what I'm saying. It's all told. Everything is told foul. Like I said, and they're preparing you to serve. Preparing you to serve this little 1% elite. That's
Right.
right. Yeah. So like, I mean, it's indoctrinate. You know.
Yeah, indoctrinated, and that's why I'm
all the way to college.
Yeah, on the way to college.
I mean,
and
like
then
I
I'll say the
said,
9 to 5.
yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
United
To
States,
give them your dime. You know what I'm
United
saying? And
States,
your time.
yeah, U.S. the only country that like when you go to college, you graduate college in some, you know what I'm saying, in drastic debt even before you get your first damn job.
Drastic debt.
So that doesn't it's not even, you know what I'm saying, that
doesn't
really
even
make
balance
sense.
out.
Yeah. So like so you're paying all that money to
I know,
further get taught bullshit.
I definitely like
come out of and then you're in debt, and then you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I had some great experiences in college.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I mean,
if I had to do it again, I probably wouldn't.
I mean, no, I wouldn't. Like if I tell the guys that got if they got kids in college, like I ain't gonna especially be like pull them out because you do get there's pros and cons to everything.
To everything.
So you will get experience. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you'll get experiences, meet relationships and things of that nature. But like, I mean, but it's part of their. I mean, but it's all part of their employ. You know what I'm saying? The higher education system, like you just go. I mean, you just go for that piece of paper, right?
Right. Just to be plugged
work,
in.
Yeah, so because you got to get that permission to work in that corporation.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can't work in a corporation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and you come out dead, and then like you know what I'm saying, the debt's a form of slavery. So I mean, so when you come out.
Yeah, like even from the beginning, that's what it was about, being a slave.
Especially the guys, we're gonna have to borrow money from that.
From their corporation, from their agencies, from their money pool. But yeah, and like for all you that's just tuning into the show, thank you. Remember to hit the like button if you're liking the content. Share to your followers and your friends and family. Also, go ahead and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you can be notified for new content coming out. Now, Hidden Gems is probably already coming off. Like you've heard this, you've been hearing this for like 3-4 years now. Like really just a lot. It's been on social media a lot. But as we move on into Hidden Gems and we get to become a family here, we're going to see that this show is more geared to helping you grow within this enlightenment because it is tough. I've been through like 3 separate times, like when I went in and it shifted to something, then I shifted to something else, but it was all still the same thing, but it was pretty confusing on what I was personally doing. But it wasn't until I got to like the chakras until things started to line up for me. And then off to the races. And that's why when I found these gemstones and the properties and how they give off energy and frequencies, that's what really got me to get my meditation right. It's like, of course I knew meditation, but I didn't have the tools to help me sit down and actually focus and put these energies together. Because you get the gemstones and then you get to meditating, put mudras and mantras and putting all these elements and tools together. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to try to help you with these tools.
And to interject with meditation, a lot of guys don't know, like when we fell into slavery here, when they tell us, like the slave owners, saying they didn't allow us to read. Mm-hmm. That's not true because all the literature that they had was just their Bible. They didn't allow, you couldn't meditate.
So it wasn't that they couldn't read because there wasn't no books there but the Bible. So they wouldn't let you meditate.
Meditate.
Wow.
Wow. Know that.
Wow.
Understand that.
And then and praying. The way they teach us to pray in church is not really. It's not really. It's not how you do it. I mean, certain hand positions, you know what I'm saying? You heard certain hand positions, you got to study these things, and we'll get into those in another episode. But like, you don't want to pray your energy off. They want you to give your energy off. When we want to receive energy, and give out energy.
Praying to false deities.
Praying to false. Okay, now this is how I look at that situation. First of all, I have nothing against religion. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't, believe in something, but everything in life is a part, like a stepping stone to something bigger. You know what I'm saying? And that bigger thing is you. You're that bigger thing. If you can use religion to get to a certain place, get there. But if you get to religion and you stay, and then that's all you put it on, then I feel you should reevaluate who it is you're actually praising to, because you gotta have to break it down. You gotta, because now you're dealing with a certain creed because you're in a title called Christianity or Islam, or is it Muslim or Islam? It's Islam. Islam. Yeah. So nothing against religious folks. I just feel like you need to dive a little bit deeper into who it is you're actually praising. You know, everybody should have a higher power than themselves. You know, somebody that created you. Just all I'm saying is I think it's important that you really be in tune with who exactly that is, and just don't let somebody spoon feed you who they think you should think it is. Do you agree with that?
So and some points, but like religion, you gotta understand, religion was created by these oppressors. You know what I'm saying? That was
Right.
given to us. So like, if you do follow these religions, I mean, you're giving your energy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To
Which
you
is
know what I'm
not
saying?
good.
So yeah, you're giving your energy to Zoo. You know what I'm saying? Because all these religions, they're pagan. You know, they're at the end of the day, they're satanic as
Yeah,
religions.
they're pagan.
Yeah,
they hide,
I mean,
they hide righteousness
I mean,
within to
because yeah, like I
into
said,
that, like
yeah.
like a mirror.
Yeah, so that you, I mean, look, all these religions, they use to conquer us and pacify us.
Yep.
So like, I mean, me personally, I'm like, fuck them religions. I mean, just think of like, I mean, but they even like when we fell in slavery, they used Christianity. You know what I'm saying? To you know what I'm saying? In order to to foster that.
To get the land.
I mean, like African proverbs say, like, you know, when we took in their, you know what I'm saying, we came and took in their religion, we closed our eyes, we prayed with them, we woke up, the land was gone. So, you know what I'm saying, to this day, they still send their messengers first to your door, right? You know what I'm saying? So that was the ploy they used to conquer, you know, religion was used to conquer. Like like, if you really think, some aspects of it is even silly. You know what I'm saying? Of Christianity, you know what I'm saying? If you think about, even if you believe that bullshit Atlantic slave trade, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I mean, just imagine, like, if, you know what I'm saying, me and my bro, we was chained up, we was caught, they threw us in that damn ship, and then they threw bodies on, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Our guys got us on top of us, you know what I'm saying? We're sitting there getting, and then, you know, then they go to the new world, so then they stripped us of our, you know what I'm saying, of our names.
Yeah.
Everything we felt sacred, our names, our language, you know what I'm saying? So we're in there shackled up. Remember the history books when they're like this, we're getting defecated on. Guys that got dying of dysentery get thrown off the boat. We're seeing our goddesses get raped, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that, you know, so let's say we embark to the new world, right? And you, we make it.
Yeah.
So we're looking at, you know, saying like, damn, bro,
we did it.
You know,
we here now.
We make, you know, so we're you know, imagine our state, our confusion. We're like, you know, we embark, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a quarter of us made it across that voyage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then we get out, you know what I'm saying, chained up, and we're looking at these new white faces, you know what I'm saying? And then we hear them speaking sometime, and we're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So this is when they're doing their auction, you know.
On the block.
So, you know, so we're still chained up, you know. So me and my brother, we luckily we get auctioned to the same plantation. So now we route to this plantation and we sit down on a couple of rocks. You know, at this time we finally get the chance to evaluate the situation, right? I'm like, like, damn, like
months down the line.
So, you know, so like we're missing our people back, you know, like, man, and we're in our lower self at this. Can you imagine? You know what I'm saying? So you're like, damn, you know, looking at you like, man, is this our fate? Is this our fate? You know,
right.
Can you imagine the smell on us, right?
Right.
Still, you know what I'm saying?
Had a bad.
Yeah, like, I mean, going by his story. So then, so me and you were sitting there, and then the plantation owner, you know what I'm saying? Then he comes, right? Let's say then he gives us that Bible, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you go, open it up, right? You know, like, all right. Thou shalt not steal. When you be like, what the hell? Like, what? Throw it in his face, like,
you just stole me.
Yeah, I love that. Like, in that context, it's silly. Like, you know what I mean? Even when you, like, Easter, for example.
Oh, yeah, don't get into the holidays.
Easter, I mean, holidays. Easter, you Christian and you go to Easter.
The winter solace with the Saturnalia rituals and everything. We're still doing that.
I know what all them holidays are.
Stoners out there taking shrooms and don't really know the symbolism behind
what the hell is
shrooms. Why do reindeers fly? I ain't even gonna answer that question.
What the hell does a big ass humanoid rabbit have to do with the resurrection of Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Shit,
Have
like,
a lot of
question,
babies. I don't know.
like question shit, you know what
I
I'm saying?
don't know.
Like, so, I mean, I know what they really celebrate, but like, you know
They
what I'm
have
saying?
charms and
does-
enchantments all through history.
Yeah, like I said,
Mhm.
and a rabbit's a mammal, so we don't even lay fucking eggs.
Right. And then they ask us, why did the chicken cross the road?
So like I mean, but yeah, now with these religions, like I said, whether it's they use Christianity, like in the corporation we found slavery under Christianity, and you know what I'm saying, and in Africa they use Islam, you know what I'm saying, because the Arab conquered us first, and then the Caucasians conquered the Arabs, but they use Islam, So like so we all taking on these
Doctrination.
we all took on these they stripped everything, like I mean have a zeal to learn, you know what I'm saying, what we was practicing before all that shit, you know what I'm saying, because ever since we took off their religions we've been in despair, right? So like you know what I'm saying, so like and every religion has, you know what I'm saying, like with Christianity has the white face, you know what I'm saying, Islam you have the Arab face, you know what I'm saying, Buddhism you have the Asian face, you know what I'm saying, Hindu you have the Dravidian face. Why the fuck where's our why we don't got no face? You know what I'm saying? Like
that's a birthright.
So like I mean, question yourself that, like, so like we taking up all these other religions. Now what my bro was saying, sorry, like now pros to cons everything. Like I mean, if you do with religion, take aspects out of religion to like better yourself. You know what I'm saying? Do not, but if because there are been people that has kind of used religion to like to turn herself around in some sorts.
Right.
But even like but one thing religion does is like every effort, every stride you take, you know what I'm saying, you do the effort, but you give you know what I'm saying, you don't even credit yourself what you do. You think you say
you
so
say
like,
that
no, motherfucker, that's you
right,
that
I agree.
got your ass up. That's you.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? That's you. And God within you did that. You know what I'm saying? So in religion, like you know what I'm saying, it keeps you from. I mean, you're a constant praise.
Parents can't even be kids. Parents can't even be parents at Christmas for their children. They give their hard work to Kris Kringle.
Yeah, and like I said, religion it teaches us that we're going to die. You know, it teaches us we're going to die. We're going to die, and then it installs fear in you. So you're like, follow our doctrine, or you're going to burn it.
And who has control once he puts fear? Who's doing that? Who's doing that? Satan, Zeus.
And if you're, you know what I'm saying, if you're whether you're a female, you know what I'm saying. I mean, they all cast a little, you know what I'm saying. None of it favors you. I mean, even in Christianity, they believe Eve with the apple. They think all
we're not going to talk about the. We're not going to talk about the. We're not going to talk about the.
In Islam,
the laboratory of Eden.
No, like what like with Buddha, because I studied under Buddhist monks. You know what I'm saying? Now I mean,
you did?
Yeah. So with them, like with Buddhism, they don't recognize us as the gods. You know what I'm saying? They still be, but like they do know. They understand. You know what I'm saying?
They understand the dark matter. Kundalini.
I mean, but they do. They understand that they don't mess with this matrix system. I mean, like, I mean, they know about the dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They talk, meditation and all that. They know about Buddhism, because it's like the closest thing you can get to real spirituality.
So it's kind of
So they made us. We're spiritual people, but they made us religion. We're spiritual people, but they're making us religious when we're supposed to be spiritual.
Right.
So like I mean, and we growing up in the church, like never growing up and going to black churches, and then they implement even capitalism. You know what I'm saying? Then we seen our mama and grandmas putting that little hard-earned money in that damn thing. Where the hell is that money? But like by the time you still had the same raggedy ass
church.
You know what I'm saying? So all the millions and billions of dollars you put into this shit, where does that go?
It's funding one of the biggest
funding up to your,
corporations in the world.
You better know who the Pope is. And shit.
You better know who he is.
Church,
he is.
I mean, it good, but like these religions are one ploy they use in this. You know what I'm saying?
And they're hiding within it
to keep us in our root chakra. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and to stay in your root chakra, that means you're not elevating up. You're not rising up because you're not going within yourself and dealing with your past. and when you was growing up, and the things that happened to you, you're holding grudges, you're still scared of something, or something has affected you from your past that you haven't got over, or you're not forgiving somebody. You know what I'm saying? If you're dealing with all these things, you're in a low state. You have to reconcile and you have to move forward and understand that those things, or understand that those things happen, and those things are a part of you. That's what you make. That's how you're made up of today, of those things that happened in the past. So you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay. That's part of shadow work. You know what I'm saying? So once you start shadow work, you're going to start getting out of that root chakra, so you can elevate, and you just take them one at a time. You just elevate, because there's going to be a time when you get up there, you're going to have to keep the blockages off. But you have to even work through them one at a time before you, because it's going to be a constant thing with staying in your higher self, because your frequency is something that is measured. It's measured. It can go up, it can go down. And I'm not saying if you get high, if you get rise up to your higher self, you may not go down to a low frequency. It happens a lot. But you have to not stay. You have to know how to not stay there. You have to get out of that state. Like it's just like breathing. Like breathing.
Yeah. And like because like in this mental system, like you're in a slave system, right? So for example, like Nemakuta Kente,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Why do you think it's not called roots because of the lineage? It's called roots because slavery keeps you in which chakra?
And your root chakra.
So like you're in it's a slave. The slave system is all predicated just to keep you in your lower self, to keep us from, you know what I'm saying, becoming our higher selves. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because if we become a higher self, you know what I'm saying, they have no chance. And we're taking it, you know what I'm saying, we're taking the round back. So it's all to keep your lower self, and then they go back, and also like when you were on religions, now you understand like the Bible and like religion, those are two different entities, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Bible, there's merit, like you're saying, there's truth to those Bible. You know what I'm saying? They were writing, you know what I'm saying?
They were writing from the tablet.
But who are them stories about? That's what you need to be asking yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know about the Bible, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, it's all about religion and the text are too, you know what I'm saying? So,
right, and then the fact that they left out certain materials.
Yeah, so you can take the text, you know, the text in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? You can use those, you know what I'm saying? It's more like using those.
It's a tool.
Yeah, but religion, that's a whole different entity than that text, because those, you know, those stories, it has been, you know what I'm saying, tainted, but like the stories, you know what I'm saying,
they're real.
Yeah, about them stories about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
God species. Yes.
So I think we've hit a lot today going in. I want to thank you for coming. You know what I'm saying? But before we go, this is Hidden Gems. So we got to go to the gem box. Let's see what we got. I remember one day we was having a phone conversation. You was like, that heart chakra. You know what I'm saying? And I remember also when we was little, your favorite color was green. So that's associated with the heart chakra. So I want to bless you with that. You know what I'm saying? Heart chakra bless you. Thank you for coming, man. We're going to do this again. We got to do this again when it's real live. You know what I'm saying? When we start to go live.
Got curve on that joint too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Curve. That's Star David.
Oh, yeah. I got that. You can check the link below and, you know, hit up the link below. And if you want to order some chakra jewelry, and you enlighten, you know what it's about, you know how to order it, you know, go ahead and drop your information in. Again, thank everybody for tuning in to Hidden Gems. I'm Simply Dre for Really Though. The frequency is Curtis Kennedy. We out. Peace.